Jan, my father, was a stickler for quality. He'd always tell me, never sacrifice quality over margin, and takes years to build your reputation, but only months to tear it down.
My grandfather said, we make these frames for the military, let's offer the same exact quality to our consumer.
My father Stanley's vision of having a company, working hard to make it prosper, to this day we carry on his legacy of what he had taught us.
From tool and die to Top Gun flyby, this is a story about passion, scrappiness, and entrepreneurship. Originating in Poland, two master machinists immigrated to the United States with their families and willed their way to creating iconic, high-quality sunglasses, handmade in the USA. This is Randolph's 50-year story.
When the Germans invaded Poland in 1939, Jan, my father, and his cousin snuck out of Poland. He became a navigator on the Lancaster bombers. And when the war ended, he decided to come to America.
My father Stanley came from Poland. He lived on a small farm with his mother, older brother, and sister. He was separated from his father and other brother for over 10 years. He immigrated to Boston through Logan Airport in 1957. It was really emotional for the family to be finally together in the United States.
When my dad came to Boston, his first job was at Star Tool and Die in South Boston. He was the head tool maker there. And one day, Stan walked in looking for a job, and he spoke Polish, and I think there was an immediate connection.
Jan and Stanley were like a married couple.
Yes.
And they could understand each other without talking. Yeah. Stanley says, Jan, you know what? And Jan says, yeah, I know what you want.
Stanley was like 10 years younger, and Stanley was drafted.
He was drafted into the service in 1961.
My father went to work for Marine Optical, and at that point in time, Stanley got out of the service. My dad hired him. They learned the optical trade, and they always had a passion to open their own business. My dad would come home late, and he'd disappear down into the cellar. Next thing you know, you could smell the welding smoke, and he was down there literally building machines to start his own business. Stanley was doing the same in his basement.
And just like that, Stan and Jan's vision became a reality. In 1973, Randolph Engineering was formed. Randolph Engineering started making tools and machines for the optical manufacturing industry. Things would change forever when Stan and Jan won the contract to make military spec aviators for the US military a decade later. For the first time, Randolph became synonymous with quality-driven product and made in the US craftsmanship. The Randolph Aviator wasn't just popular, it became a global iconic sensation.
There's just a love and a passion that exists in our organization, and I think it truly has to do with the culture that we have here at Randolph. We don't have a treasure chest of money that we can draw on. We have to be scrappy in everything that we do. The scrappiness comes from the founders.
If they could find it and refurbish an item, they did so. Some of the equipment that they rebuilt is still in use today in our factory.
I'll never forget my grandfather saying he was so proud to be able to put so much food on people's tables. For them, it was just a sense of pride also to be able to do that. When a lot of the industry was going overseas, we decided to stay. We were born here, the brand was built here, and we've never left.
It started out with Stan and Jan's American dream. They've got to be looking down on us and smiling.